Everyone, the Pokemon Fan 993 back with more Final Fantasy 12 the Zodiac Age Pose Only Challenge. During the last episode, we ended up making it back to Revenaster, and now I have to essentially find Penelo, ensure that I got the stone. So go to Miguel's place, talk to this guy real quick. Welcome to Moogly Kupo. It's your first time using Moogling. Nothing to it, the Moogling lets you teleport to several select locations across Revenaster. We had closed parade earlier, but now we're up and running again, Kupo. Service recharge when I give it a try. There's no time with the present Kupo. So now I can actually use this to go to several places. Unfortunately, I don't think any of those places really take me close to Miguel's place. Except for the, possibly the, Sand Sea one. But right now we're just gonna walk there because it's actually quite easy to get to. Through here. Here's Miguel's shop right here. What the Pose Only Challenge is will be in the description of the video, what the rules are. So, I feel like I don't have to keep explaining them to you.
Vaughn, is it really you? I heard you got took off to Nalbina.
I'll just scream at you, dumb idiot.
In a dungeon to stop me.
You broke out of a dungeon? Whoa.
Hey, try and keep it down, would you? Penelo isn't around, is she? Out on a delivery, maybe?
Nope, haven't seen her all day. Not like her to up and skip out on work like that. Miguelo's not here either. He went running off somewhere a little while ago.
So much for my big welcome. I guess everybody's busy.
I got my hands full watching the shop, and old Dallin had something for me to do, but I can't get away.
Old Dallin, huh? Tell you what, I'll go see him for you.
Really?
Well, nothing better to do.
So I'm just checking to see what he has down here. Let's grab... I don't really have a lot of guild, do I? What about my loot? Oh yeah, I have quite a bit of loot, don't I? So all this crap. Iron scraps are gonna suffer quite a bit. Yep. Almost gonna be at the 10,000 gil mark here. Over the 10,000 gil mark. Onto the stones. Bizarre goods are available. Tail of the Phoenix contains 2 tufts of Phoenix down. And eye drop set. 3 eye drops. Okay. So for right now I'm gonna hold off on the new equipment until I make sure I got everyone situated here. Now we head to a low town to see old Dallin. Ain't nothing else we can really do at the particular moment, so we're gonna head to Low Town. Old Dallin's down this way. Speed it up a little bit. Tomorrow I will be doing my sure, as long as I can remember exactly what I'm talking about. I'll be doing my stream a little early unless for some reason that my parent is coming out, one of my parents, and we're supposed to be doing stuff. If I make it back in time, I'll be doing my stream, but I have to do it earlier than 5.
Well, well, look who we have here. Heard you were sent off to Nalbina.
And I got out of there as fast as I could. But it was all worth it down. Here, look at this.
My, quite a treasure you've got there.
Well, you know, I couldn't have done it without your help.
So, there is more to this gutter child than first meets the eye. Vaughn, I've an errand, a simple favor to beg of you. I was going to ask that kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found. Mind you, you are to deliver the sword to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dal, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penelo is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Down.
And so it is done. But will it be enough to remind him of what the Order once meant?
So if you guys wonder what Captures Azalus is, you've probably been a while since you guys heard that name. During the prologue, Rex was with Bosch, and Bosch was talking to someone else, and it was the guy with black hair, and that guy's name, his actual name is Vossler, but his name in the war was Captain Azalus, and that's where we had to lure the sword to. So now you can see on my map there is an X. That's where we got to head. Here. I was supposed to lure a man named Azalus. This is the place, right? And who was it told you that? Hold down. He said I had to give this to him personally. Nothing get past that down. He has ears in every wall. Alright, get inside. Not a word of what you see or hear in there. You got that? Must be a very important place.
Then what do you make of Andor's proclamation? Are you suggesting they fooled even the Marquis?
What if a judge killed the king, not the captain? That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
In that case, the captain would be brother to a judge. How are we to trust such a man?
And that's actually spot on what he just said. He looks a bit better than he did.
There's the Bosch that I remember.
That's Captain Azalus right there. Black hair.
His word alone convinces me of nothing.
I'd take his word over that of a mouthpiece Marquis.
Then you name Rex liar with him.
My brother was no liar!
Just the opposite. Rex was the witness they needed. They had to make it appear as if I killed the king. Rex bears no blame. The fates have willed it.
So this is Rex's brother. Your words may convince a child such as this, but they weigh far too lightly on the scales for my taste. Our paths will remain separate.
Do you not think Amalia worth saving?
I hold men's lives in my hands. I must see foes in every shadow. The night we moved against Vane, he knew. I will not chance such disadvantage again. I must treat you as I would Andor, as I would treat any abettor of the Empire.
Then what will you do? Hold me here in chains?
Yeah, shit's getting serious when they do the split screen eye thing.
Some things never change, do they?
Listen to me, Bosch. Your cage may have no bars, but it is a cage. The eyes of the Resistance watch unblinking.
Let them watch. I know something of cages.
That's right. Amalia's in the Resistance.
Then you know her.
Sorta. We met just before we got sent to Nalbina. I've known nicer people.
Our paths keep crossing, yours and mine. It's more than coincidence.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry. Allow me one last annoyance, a favor to ask. I want you to take me to Balthier. Even caged birds need wings.
This makes us even.
Even?
For Nalbina. We couldn't have done it without you.
Boss joins the party. Now that sword that Vossler and Bosch didn't need to do what he equipped, however, that's not going to fly because we need to make sure he has the pulse. We're gonna just make sure I don't screw anything up. I'm gonna actually unequip his Mithril blade for now. He's also much higher level than us, so get Bosch out of there. Bosch doesn't have any gambits. I don't think that's really worth nothing. Yeah. So now if I click on this, it gives me a hint. It says, now if I've hired Thirsty Sky Part, where would I be? The answer is the Sand Sea. It's basically a bar. So let's head this way. Head up the stairs over here. Also, as soon as I'm done with the next part here, before we leave Rabadaster, we're going to be doing 1 or 2 hunts. So, the hunts aren't strong by any means. They're just slightly annoying. At least the 2 that I know of are. There might be more than that I can do. Okay, so I'm going to hold off on buying anything for now, like I said before. But I am going to go back to Game of the Shop at some point to grab some more stuff. They sell stuff you need for gamuts, and some of those gamuts are really handy.
A lot of kids lost their parents in the war. Mine had already died before that. The plague took them both.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay. It's been 5 years now. After that, I lived with my friend Penelo and her family. Then the war came.
I am sorry.
You don't have to keep apologizing. Really, it's all right. I know it wasn't your fault. I see that now. You didn't kill my brother. It was the Empire. My brother trusted you. And he was right.
Yeah, Bosch, like, right off the bat, like I said before in the previous episode, Bosch isn't the kind of person who would just kill someone with as nice as he was throughout the entire game so far. You know what I mean? Usually with a lot of violent people, you can tell they're violent before they even start doing some weird stuff. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to come here. We're going to grab the Theorexa. Rank 1. So, how this works is once you hit the hunt, you have to go to the person on the map. This person's name is Gatsley. He's actually right next to the leader of the board. And you have to talk to him or initiate the hunt, and then you can go find it. So I'm Bell, the hunt for Theorexa. Looking for Gatsley, you found him. Or Gatsley, you found him. I own a shop or a bazaar, but times have been tough, so I put an order for some new goods, hoping it disrupts the business. Put everything I owned as collateral against the shipment. Trouble is, the beastie and the Western Sand have been attacking the caravans. As happens, my goods were supposed to be arriving my way Western Sand too. If the Theorexa were to attack one of my goods, please must go Theorexa for me. Set the hunt and I'll tell you where to find it. Now we're talking. Theorexa stalks the Western Sand and regional Yalta Downs. Caravan drivers said that they were set along the cliff to the wall of and should leave the city via the west gate. Depending on you, if the ship goes under, my wife and I will be turned out to the streets. Theorexa, the hunt begins. Theorexa. Now, actually, there's actually one more thing I can do here before I go any further. I can talk to Maj. So take your time. I wanted to hear about you already, but I already heard through other means. Hear what? You feed the road tomato naturally. I was worried they might not be ready just yet, but you did a fine job with it. Later on, I suppose we have earned your bounty. Here you go. So this is a bounty for the first one we did, which was the rogue tomato. We get 300 gil, 2 potions, and 1 teleport stone. Since you did that, I'm going to let you land on something to help you along. You ever notice a Banga standing watch at the front of the building in the north end? It might be worth your time to pay him a visit. Show the clan primer I got you. He'll let you inside. Once for there, you'll just have to go see for yourself.
As I said, a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? What I am understanding is it took Penelo because of you.
Oh boy.
What about Penelo?
Oh, Vaughn. They've taken Penelo. And there was a note for this Balthier. Come to the Museum of Mines, it said.
It's Begamnon. He was in Albina.
If anything were to happen to that sweet child while I've her parents' memory to consider, you're going to go to her aid, and that's that. That's what you sky pirates do, isn't it?
I don't respond well to orders. You do know that the Imperial fleet is massing at Bujaba?
Fine, then I'll go. You at least have an airship, don't you? Just get me there and I'll find Penelo myself.
I'll join you.
Huh?
I have some business there as well.
An audience with the Marquis, by chance?
Balthier, just take us, and this is yours.
The guards are toying with us.
Make yourselves ready. We leave soon.
Right.
Something that I always wonder about this scene is that it looks like Balthier Fran both drinking chocolate milk, and I think that's kind of funny. I don't know if it was maybe in the. Hang on. The game has no can only referring to the Lushu mines at Bujir, but we'll leave it once. When you're ready, meet me at the Aerodome. I should imagine it's still by the west gate. We're now not all that long. Do be quick, I'd like to say you're going to be rid of this headache as soon as possible. So, like I said, the thing I was looking up there was I don't think it's not the table anymore. They had like glass of what looked a brown liquid, So I'm wondering if, like, for the Japanese version, I wonder if it was like some kind of like it looked like wine, but because it's the international version, maybe they had to change it from wine or whiskey to like chocolate milk. But then again, you can just see around here is this is a tavern, and it's hard to see like really, but a lot of these people have like a red or green drink. So maybe it's not completely out of the question they were drinking chocolate milk. I just find it kind of funny that probably one of the most badass characters in the game is drinking chocolate milk. You know, I'm not sure if that's really the case, but it seems kind of funny. Okay, so interesting fact here. We now have four people. If I try to put all four of them in, it's not going to let me. I can only keep 3 characters in it at one time. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Bosch's list for, and we're going to go. Whoops, wrong buttons. We're going to get him the monk so he can get the poles as well. So there is something I want to do before I go too much further. I want to see what else we have here. I don't think they get a lot of magic. These things do. No, it seems like mostly just increased attack damage. Alright, so I guess we're not going to do that. What else we got here? Gain MP if they're taking damage, MP if they're dealing damage. Probably should go for that one for Vaughn. Oh, hang on before I go too much further. Yes, I want to get the poles, actually. Get poles at least 2 for each character. Everyone should have at least enough LP to do that. Especially Bosch. I haven't spent any LP. Like I said, LP spills over. So, all the stuff that I haven't spent on Bosch yet, he got all the LP and was kind of holding over for a little bit. So we're going to get the 2 poles. We're going to get the HP plus 30. The HP plus 70. The HP plus 110. The HP plus 150. And the HP plus 190. Oh, there's another one too. Potion lore, that's going to be helpful as well. Okay, so everyone, I think, yeah, the next thing I'm going to get for everyone is going to be the potion lore. It allows me the potion to restore a little bit more HP. I think it brings potions from restoring 120 to 150 or 200. And then later I'll get, whoops. Later I'll get the, whoops. I'll get the, sure. I'll get high potions that allow me to restore even more HP than that. And that's probably going to have to be my main healing source for a while until I get, my other 2 characters that are going to be in the game permanently. So now we're going to, shit, I forgot what I was going to do. Oh yeah, weapon shop. I have to get, I think I already have 1 pull. See, they're all going to Mithril Blade, but I think I have 1 Cypress pull already. Yeah. No, I actually have 3 of them already. So that's good. Let's change all theirs to Cypress pulls. Now, here's the thing. You see how it says element, and it has like the mountain? That's element Earth. Which means if I was to attack an enemy that absorbs or is not very affected by it, it would take the HP instead of dealing healing damage to it. So if you ever pick up that, if I was to pick up the Cypress pole and I got rid of the other pole, and I end up fighting against an enemy that absorbs Earth, I would be able to stand no chance against it. I have no way of dealing damage. Next, we're gonna head to the whoops. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if I'm looking for Mystic Armor 3 would be the next one I can grab, or whatever it is, Light Armors. Okay, so I can't get Light Armor 3 yet, that's good, actually, because now, yeah. So, I don't have to buy any armor, so I have 10,000 gil, and I have really nothing to really buy, I don't think. So one more thing we're going to do here real quick. Well, I thought I could anyway. Is that we're going to go to licenses. I think, yeah, Balthier is enough. And we're going to find... Yes. We're going to grab the accessory one that allows me to use the Arcuria armlet. And we're going to give it, and then we're going to do this one that lets us get the bangle. The bangle, when equipped to a character, allows them to use the ability Libra. What that does basically makes it so unless the enemy is immune to it, you can read what their HP is and everything by having that ability equipped. So now we're going to head back out, and we're going to do this with the Therex or whatever the heck they call that thing, that one hunt. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So we're going to the clan prime, we're going to get hunts. So it is the Geltadons of Mesca Western Sand. So now, with 3 people, this one hunt is basically child's play. I believe Therex has 300 to 400 HP, and we're going to be dealing much more damage than... We're going to be doing about 50 to 100 damage each, which means it won't take us long to beat it at all. Espersan, East Gate. So, interesting thing about this game too is that if something seems like it's urgent, it really isn't, because the game doesn't have like a, unless there is a timer that is displayed, there really isn't any rush in doing much of anything. So we're gonna head out here, out the East Gate to the Blanska Espersan. Every time we enter a new area, we'll also do this. Okay, is this not the right place? Did I screw up? Westersand, I screwed up. Okay, I was gonna say this place doesn't look like the place I'm looking for. Crap, I was supposed to get Bosch a cypress pole. Okay, little detour. Go back to the weapon shop. So we're gonna use this to go to the Sand Sea. I forgot to grab Bosch a cypress pole, so that's my own bad. So we gotta head back to the weapon shop now because I was talking and I forgot what I was doing. Coming through. So now we're gonna grab a cypress pole. That allows us to increase his attack and his evade by quite a bit. Alright, so we're gonna do that. I'll also be keeping my party evenly leveled because that's how I work things, and actually doing that is not as hard as people would think. Okay, so this time we had to head to the Western Sand. We're actually gonna just go out through here. Ironically, it's the same place we have to head to the gate, but we're gonna the Aerodome. But we're gonna head to the West Gate first. Some hunts only appear after completing certain other hunts. So there is one more hunt I think I can do with this low level, but I have to be able to defeat the first hunt first. Damaska Westersand. This is the hunt. The first hunt is not. This hunt is not hard to find at all. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our gambits off because now you see, guys. I can see now. He's actually weak to the Earth elements. So Cyber Soul is gonna do a bunch of damage. He's level 3, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem at all. Let's see how much damage it does. Yeah, 152. There's something to one-shot him. Now Thorexa is actually over here. Now I'm gonna show you guys something. Look at the upper right. You're gonna see 2 dots. See how small they are? Now if I go a bit further this way, you're going to see one that's a slightly bigger dot. That means that is either a boss or a hunt or a rare game. So, that is the boss Therexa. He is weak to the element. He has 360 HP. Now, I'm not sure how much damage the Cyber Soul is going to do to it. It does anything at all. Okay, so yeah, it does some damage. I'm actually going to command Von to try to steal from it before Balthier Fran knock it out. But that didn't happen. Not a big deal, though. We got 2 LP for beating it. Therexa is vanquished. Thextira, I think that's how you pronounce it. So now we're gonna take out these wolves real quick. Also, if they're dealing no damage or I'm one-shotting enemies, I will be fast-forwarding through certain sections of the gameplay, like through the weakest parts, because it's just easier to do it that way. Take 37 kill. Here I can beat him in one shot, so I'm not even gonna bother with keeping it slowed down. I'll also be slowing down, even if I'm over leveled, I'll be slowing down when I fight hunts and stuff because it's just easier that way. Okay, however you say it, is down. So we're gonna head to Sorbet, and we're gonna go back to Sansi, where Getsy is. Now all you gotta do is talk to the person who gave you the original hunt, and you get your reward, which isn't much, but sometimes when you hunt these people, some of the better hunts, you get better rewards. For example, when I turned the one for Rogue Tomato, I got a teleport stone. Usually, you can't buy those quite yet, so that's useful. You did. You brought down Thextira. Thank you. Thank you so much. Burden, save me and my wife. This isn't much, but I want you to take it for helping us out. 500 gil, 1 head guard, 1 teleport stone. Wasn't time to head back to my shop. Say, if you got stop by 7, maybe I'll have a little something for you. Afraid it won't be much, so don't go too far out of your way. If you happen to be near the bazaar again, say hello. Agreed? Why'd you leave your drink there? Anyway, I believe the head guard is a... Yeah, it's a... Nothing really... Oh, right. Nothing too great. I don't know why I walked out. I should have gone back in and... I should have stayed in there and, found the next hunt. Which I believe should be available immediately after beating the Rexa. Yes, I had two actually. I had the Flowering Cactoid. Damasca and Transcend Dantro, which we've been there before, around that area anyway. And the Wraith. Wraith Ghost, stats available at Petitioner Milhoff Ravenaster. One of the children saw a ghost. Now he's so frightened he's locked himself in an abandoned house. Please come as soon as you can. Yes. Lowtown, Milha. So, obviously because the Wraith is closer, we're going to be going to the Wraith hunt first. The Wraith is a ghost. We have seen a Ghast. No. Have we? I think we might have at least once. I'd be able to tell you in about 3 seconds here. Nope. Plan Primer. Bestiary. Yes, here's the ghost. It looks... They are all pretty similar to each other. Some are weaker, some are stronger. But it's basically a variation of that. So now that we're done here, we're actually going to... Before we go to Lowtown, we're actually going to come around here. And we're going to go to the Gambit shop and stop one other place. There's a couple Gambits in here that I could use that are really helpful. Gambits don't cost too much, usually about 50 to 100 maybe. Sometimes less. We're going to come here. So we're going to grab lowest max HP, highest max HP. We're going to grab... What else am I going to grab here? We're going to grab all the weak ones because we're going to need those later. From our mage. Okay. Foe flying, that's going to come in handy later. That is going to come in handy later. Okay, so that's not going to be helpful. Rid of the full character stuff. Grab all this. Ally lowest HP. Gonna grab all these because these are gonna come in handy as well. All the ally HP less than. I'm also gonna grab this 10 here. Here's the stuff that we want. Ally cast do KO, stone. So basically, if I set this up right, if I set up I could set up an ally to when a character's knocked out, I'm able to use a Phoenix down on that here. Having all this stuff is just easy because I can set up damage to heal each status condition if I wanted to. Grab all these. Okay, that's good. Grab Berserk. Self under 10 HP. Self under 10 MP. What else we got here? Self status. Okay, so that's good. So later, when my mages get the magic spell raised, which basically spends MP to revive an ally, I can set that later set for KO. So that means every time a character's knocked out, it revives them. Not as quick as a Phoenix down, but it can come in handy. So now, the place that he was talking about, that bank, he is right here. You can actually walk in this door now and go into... Oh yeah, I gotta talk to him first. You're a primer, so have you? Well, if you're standing about here for it. And yeah. Can't recall seeing your face, are you new? Might want to pay special attention to what the folks inside have to say. Are you going or not? Okay, let me in. So now we come in this building whenever we desire. This is basically a hunter's guild. That is the owner. His name is... Oh god. Monteplec? Something like that. So this is the clan hall. Whoa, you're the new face, are you a hunter? Welcome to our clan hall, I'm Monteplec, founder of Clan Centrio. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Our clan is a very strict examination process. You should begin yours once, and you pass. Movers are quick to make up their minds, Kupo. You're now a member of Clan Centrio, however you say that. Here at the clan hall, you'll hear about especially dangerous marks who will find posts on any board. The moment they rear their ugly heads. We'll get on following necessary clan membership certificates that we There's no time flat, Kupo. But I nearly forgot, since you remember you can make purchases for that planet shop and then move through Bazaar. Make sure to stop by, Kupo. Oh, one more thing, your magics and techniques you have learned on a light sport can come in real handy on a hunt, Kupo. If you say anything, if say you're thinking about making some adjustments to someone's forward glove, Kupo, I will you need to come see. Happy hunting. So there's another thing you can do here, is that you can actually change your license sport if you so please at any point during the game for, I think, for a small fee. I'm not probably going to be doing that, though. All membership papers are ordered. Well, allow me to give you this to commemorate your joining the guild. I will list something for each time you attain a new clan rank, Kupo. You obtain 3 potions. Keep this one word, Kupo. So every time you beat a hunt and get a raise in your hunter status, you will be getting more and more. Hunter status you basically can get by getting more and more LP or beating certain hunts. Kupo, you're a hedge knight already. And then burning the men out oil, Kupo. Since everyone knows that treats hard working members, Kupo, here's your word for your accomplishment. You obtain 2 warp modes and 2 teleport stones. Keep this fun word, Kupo. Here you defeat a pack of flants impressive, Kupo. Redmancer Common Council sends you this with their compliments. President in recognition of labors undertaken to lessen the dangers of the Garamside waterway. Redmancer Common Council. You obtain 150 gil. You also defeat the fireman, did you? Impressive, Kupo. Redmancer Heroes Combat sent you this with their compliments. A word for the collection of samples to be used in studying certain intractable maladies. Redmancer Heroes Convent. Obtain 200 gil. If you're the Mimic Queen too, you've been busy, Poo. I only say this with her compliments. Probably proving my dad, who was in prison now was innocent. You take 300 gil. I need new marks. Okay, so we have the Queckatrace. Queckatrace unknown. Status available. Petitioner Dania gives a plains. World monsters come to the plains. Terrorism our poor Queckatrace. Something must be done. Come to our village with all haste. We go speak to the petitioner, Kupo. Yes. Yes. Giza Plains Nia. We log on how your mark will be. Each kill you make wins you greater renown within the guild. So we're gonna grab the petitioner. It's been secretly is in pen, but I'm afraid it's gotten far more than I bargained for. I'll be waiting at Skyguards Bajirba. Yes. There's no timing for these hunts either, so those two, unfortunately, I am not able to do anything about because they are too powerful. Even rank 1, I'd say, let's see if I can remember this right. For example, if there's a rank 1 in the tavern, and there's a rank 1 in the guild, I'd say that every one for the regular hunt board, and then one for this one is probably, example, it'd be like 1 to 2, which means that if the Sansi had a rank 1, and the Clan Central had a rank 1, it would be rank 1, and the other one would be rank 2. It's just higher, and I'm waiting for a certain time to actually do both those hunts, which will not be extremely far off, but it won't be during this episode, that's for sure. Alright, now that we got all that sorted out, grab some more stuff, Gil, we're gonna head to Lowtown to do the, Wraith hunt. So where we need to go here is, we actually seen this a couple times before, so you can never go in. It's this lady right here we have to talk to. You come out the wonderful. I had started to think I posted it in vain. I'll not mince words. The child that shoved himself inside the house because he's frightened of the ghost he saw in the neighborhood. He said he'd come out and get rid of the ghost, so I'm looking for it to humor him, you see. It made my presence when I found out it was real. There's no way I could deal with it on my own, so I need to call in a hunter. Do the hunt the ghost for me. Thank you so much. I saw the ghost of the Garamside waterway just down through Storehouse 5. The apparition called a wraith. I think it came to avenge the cruel slaying of its rats and other poor deaths into the waterway. I'm not pointing fingers, it doesn't really matter who did these things, but the apparition is here, and must be dealt with. I leave it to you. So that means it probably is Vaughn's fault, because he was killing the rats earlier. Whatever. Alright. So the Garamside waterway is obviously displayed on the little mini-map here. We're gonna head that way. We can't go one way, though, because they sealed it off because of us getting into the palace. But luckily the Wraith is not too far off from where we enter the door here. So my guys are all at full health, yes. Alright. So the Wraith is going to pop up like literally right here. So you're going to see the Wraith has, if you look in the upper right of the thing, you're going to see there's a blue thing next to target info, and there's an X over. That means that the Libra does not work on this enemy. So that's one thing that he does cast a lot. It's called Doom. So if it does hit, it causes a counter on your character. And when that counter hits 0, your character will automatically faint. Luckily, it will keep constantly casting Doom until all 3 party members are afflicted with it, which means he barely does. There could be a point in time where he does almost no damage. So another cool thing about this, if you actually put your left arrow, you can actually keep an eye on its health while you're battling it. You see, we're not doing a bunch of damage; we're doing enough for it to matter. So the only thing with him, he deals about 100 damage per hit, and that includes any magic he casts. Okay, he has no rank 2 spells, so we don't have to worry about him dealing multiple hits. Or one hit to every character is what I meant. Poison touch, but it didn't work. Obviously, if you get hit by that and it works, it will cause the poison stats. So we're gonna use a quick antidote on. Paul's gonna use an antidote on himself because that'll cause a small amount of damage every once in a while. We can't have that happening. The only way of curing Doom in this game is to get an item that you get later on, and I do not have it, obviously, so I'm not going to even bother trying to heal it. I'm just going to let it run its course. Almost done. A lot of hunts, too, when they get low on HP, they'll start getting damage. They'll start doing less damage. But that was easy enough. Got 5 LP for beating it. Wraith vanquished. Now, one reason I don't worry about the Doom stats is because right through here, if you guys remember, this is also where we fight the Fire Maid. So we actually go through this gate here. There's actually a crystal over here, and that heals all stats conditions, including Doom or any other stats condition. So we touch it, Doom's gone. Now we can head back and grab our reward from Milha, or however you pronounce that one. I'm very surprised we even needed to heal during that entire fight. I thought at least Craven had to do it at least once, but I guess not. Turn the map back on so I can see where I'm going. This way, this way, this way, up here, and here she is. You've done it. You defeated the Wraith. Thank you. Thank you so much. The ghost is gone? Gone for good. This young man hunted it for us. Oh, you finally come out, my little Deeg. Papa, these people got rid of that ghost for me. Deeg is sorry for worrying you, Papa. I've been easy being Joel with my son, locked up in the vacant house, but now that all is well, it should not be so hard. Look happy, I'll admit, thanks in large part to you. Oh, it wasn't my child. If you got the wrong person, I apologize. Please and thanks for your successful hunt. There's a little something there from our jovial friend as well. 500 gil, 1 ether, 1 gauntlet. So real quick, I'm going to show you guys what the gauntlets do. It reduces physical damage taken when HP critical. It also increases my vitality by 4. Alright. So, we actually head in here now. There's actually something else we can grab real quick. If you talk to the little kid in here that we just talked to, he said he found a letter. He doesn't know what it's for. Started out Deeg hidden here from the fear of that ghost, but the more Deeg comes, the more Deeg likes it, kind of cozy. Pebble is this place he was letting out to somebody, but it's empty now. Whoever used to live left the letter on the table. Degrade it, it doesn't make any sense. You can have it if you want. Find a letter on the table, reads. I know my days grow short. I read only that I shall not have the opportunity to return that item entrusted to me all these many years. Defending for peace and hope that this might prevent it falling easily into searching hands. I've enclosed the whereabouts of one of the 4, and the right roller should seek to recover it. Shut the waters flow and loose it once more. East, southeast, east, southwest, southeast. I pray that the rest there's undisturbed. Contain dusty letter. So this is for a quest later in the game. You have to find parts of a medallion. That was part 1 of 4. So later in the game you get a key. If we go back to the Garenside's waterway, to that crystal that we just had not that long ago, if we use the key to stop the water, then if we go in each of those directions, which was the south, southeast, whatever it said, we actually find a boss there. And we beat the boss, we get the 1/4 of the medallion that we need. That's going to be much later in the game, though, because the boss itself is very, very powerful. Like, I probably need to be in my 30s or 40s to even stand a chance against it. Which is very, very far away from where I'm at now. Okay, so now we're going to head down here, back to the Sand Sea. We are going to talk to the Moogle, and we're going to warp to the Ester Sand? Yes, Eastgate Ester Sand. Now I'm going to end the video, pardon me, a bit early because I want to be fresh for this hunt when I start up the next video. That's me for this video. Thank everyone for watching. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.